Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question was suggested by a viewer, thanks to the GriffCannon22 for this one. Amy plays a Land War Elves. Afterwards, Nick has his Cryptoplasm become a copy of that Land War Elves. After that, Amy plays a Scheming Fence, and she chooses Nick's Cryptoplasm. Which of these permanents can now tap for green? Alright, so I really like this question. And even though I only graded it as 1 star, I could easily see anybody getting confused about the answer if they didn't see the trick right away. In fact, I would even go so far as to say that I would expect someone with a higher level of rules knowledge might be even more likely to get tripped up by this question than someone with a lower level. And so, with that being the case, what's the one specific trick that we're going to need in order to answer this question? And that would be that if you take a look at Scheming Fence's abilities, all of them reference the chosen creature. That's the trick. There's only one creature that was chosen by Scheming Fence as it entered the battlefield. And that means that is the only creature that Scheming Fence is going to apply to. This is a simple idea, but it has some very powerful consequences, as we'll soon see. For starters, we can see that this easily answers the question that was posed at the beginning of the episode. The Cryptoplasm is the only creature that's not able to activate the ability to tap for green. All of the other ones, the Land War Elf and the Scheming Fence that Amy controls, are both able to do it. But the Cryptoplasm is not. Taking this even farther, we can see that even if the Cryptoplasm were to become a copy of some different creature, or gain a different activated ability in some other way, well, it still would not be able to activate any of its activated abilities. That's because, in either of those situations, it still is going to be the creature that was chosen with Scheming Fence as Scheming Fence entered the battlefield. And that means that Scheming Fence is still able to shut it down. Going even farther, we can see that if Nick were to play a second Cryptoplasm, well, that second Cryptoplasm would not be affected by Scheming Fence at all. Even though it's the same card, the same physical cardboard thing that you would be able to buy at your game store as the original Cryptoplasm, it is not the specific permanent that was chosen by the Scheming Fence as it entered the battlefield. And that means that it's not going to be affected by the thing that makes it unable to activate activated abilities, and it's also not going to be donating any of its activated abilities that it might have to the Scheming Fence. Furthermore, if the original Cryptoplasm were to die, well, that would mean that there is no chosen creature anymore. It doesn't matter if the Cryptoplasm was copying something else that happened to be giving the Cryptoplasm some activated abilities. The Scheming Fence is not going to have any abilities that it can activate at that point. Because if there's no chosen creature on the battlefield, that would mean that there's no thing that's giving the Scheming Fence any activated abilities that it can activate. And so, all of these are consequences of one simple fact, that being that there's only one chosen creature that you chose with Scheming Fence as it entered the battlefield. Hopefully everybody can appreciate this sort of beauty that you can see in questions even as simple and straightforward as this one. As long as there's something interesting going on, you can definitely see some possibilities for a really awesome rules question. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling, but until then, I hope you have a great day.